Well, good evening again, good evening. Some of you have criticised me, how dare you, that I haven't been playing trains enough. Yeah, true, I haven't been. I've got plenty else to be doing. So, as I've achieved what I set out to achieve today, I thought what I'd do is I would pull this board out, stick it on my kitchen table and just see if I can make things move. Yeah, that could be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm sure we can do something with it. I guess the first thing to do might be to run a hoover over it. Would that be a good idea? Well, I've given it a little bit of a clean, and then I had a little problem. I can't find a controller that works. I've got them all tucked away in the barn somewhere, but we found this one that seems to do the job. Not exactly good, but you know, good enough. However, that's not really what I wanted to show off today. My model railway modelling is very much on hold at the moment because of all of the other things, the other priorities I've got. But it doesn't mean that I've lost interest, it just means it's on hold. I picked this signal box up from an antique shop, and the chap, because he'd had it for ages, he didn't want very much for it, so that was a good thing to get. This little supermarket I made out of a card kit that comes with one of the locally produced magazines. Yeah, that will go in a corner somewhere at some stage. But one of the things I'm learning slowly, you know, man of my age, I should know all of these things, is if you talk about what you're interested in, strange things happen. Now, I was discussing my interest in model railways with a lady who, you know, she teaches me how to grow tomatoes in French and things like that, but yeah, I told her about the horrible hornby that I'd picked up at the Brocante, and she said, oh, I say she said, oh, she said it all in French, of course. She said, oh, are you interested in model railways? And I said, yes, I am. And she said, stay there. Oh, all right, okay. I'm pretty good at doing what I'm told, so I stayed there. Anyway, while I was staying there, I was a little bit curious as to what was going to happen next, and she came back with this box. Now, yeah, a dry or a semi-dry, locally produced rosé wine, perhaps, but she wasn't carrying it like it was a box full of wine, and she said, if you like model railways, you can have that. So I sort of gathered it wasn't wine. But look at this, what a delight. A little French railway station with people waiting for trains. That's rather delightful. I don't know, I've looked at this thing, I can't see a make for this station, and I must admit I haven't yet looked up where Arnay-le-Duc is, if indeed there is such a place. But that's rather lovely, isn't it? And she apologised that this was broken. Well, to a modeller, a broken model is not a big problem, is it? Because we can pretty soon glue that roof and that roof back on there. And what we've got is a delightful little church with a round apse and a little bit of scenery and some odd people. Now, I think that probably is my cue to start thinking seriously about my railway modelling, don't you? I think. So there we are. I'm going to spend the rest of the evening seeing if I can find a decent controller somewhere. I've got boxes of stuff all stacked up in the upstairs of the barn. I'll see if I can find one, and perhaps later in the week we'll do some proper playing trains.